Hi, this is Robin, Robin's Realm. Let me get my camera right. Sometimes when I turn it on, the lens gets bigger. I'm like, okay, where are you? Very good, very good. Welcome, welcome, welcome in. I've got a blessing for you. So I was guided tonight. My birthday is the 27th. In fact, the new moon, okay? And I have been going through some serious, amazing, frighteningly surreal, beautiful, psychic, intellectual, disciplinary, loving, sexual energy. And I just wanted to share the love with you guys. I'm going to do a healing reading for you tonight. You can take a look at these decks right here, these piles that I've created, and you can ascertain immediately which one you identify with. The amber pile, which is pile number 1. The the jade pile, which is pile number 2. And the amethyst pile, which is pile number 3. What we have here is we're going to look and see what sacred geometry is happening for you at this time and how you relate to it and what they might be wanting to say to you. What needs activated in your chakra system which will help you. Then we'll talk about what's on your mind. Then we'll talk about what's on your heart. Then we'll get suggestions and guidance from the divine archangels and love angels. And I've got my rose quartz right here, and I've got my orgone, which really helps me to clear my body. So I'm doing some clearing before I do this reading, you guys. Welcome back. If you're my subscriber, welcome. I love you very, 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 very much. And want you to know that we're all going through some strange stuff, and we're questioning everything. But we need to be close to one another. We need to be of the same kind of heart and mind, or we'll never make it. I think the system is more like divide and conquer, and that is not the will of the divine. And I'll vouch for it because I've paid my life for it more than once in past lives. Here we go. I'm going to bless this reading by burning some lavender and speaking that we will have, that this will bring about an essence of healing, rest, reception. Before you can heal something, you have to acknowledge it exists. Is that not right? Then you can surrender it. And when you decide to surrender it, you call on your higher power to help you. They'll be there. They're here now. I'm going to also bring tarot cards with each one to see what suggestion they have for you, okay? So I'm going to start right now, which is, I don't know. I'd have to check it when I do it, okay? So I'm going to start your reading, calling in love and light, divine energy, pure love consciousness. Consciousness of what I call the one. True heart energy. Help us to see what's going on with those who identify with this pile. You cross-watchers are welcome. This is for anybody, really. So let's see what this is. The amber pile. This chakra is your creative center. Look, number 2 is associated with making choices. Number 2 is associated with, in feng shui, with couples. Coupling. Couple. 2, 1, 2. It's associated with choosing a path. How are you going to do something? The sacral chakra isn't actually the second chakra. It's actually the third chakra. And it resides between your belly button, around the lower part of your rib cage in there. And it is associated with your spinal column as well. So that's why, you know, things like yoga and stretching the body and working the body and exercising and swimming and getting massages and all that stuff helps you to stay completely balanced. I'm just making a suggestion here. I'm just kind of guiding you intuitively, and I hope that you appreciate what I'm saying. This is about what are you going to change. What are you going to create from this reading, from this timeline, from this Scorpio moon, which is going to remind you that something does need changed? It's inevitable, because Scorpio is about transformation and change. And so here you are, my loves, and this feels light to me, though. This feels light. The frequency of the sacral chakra, the orange flower of life, supports our ability to flow with our desires, and it stimulates our creative power to manifest success and abundance in our lives. Number 2 is also associated with your second house of income. How are you going to use it, darlings? What is on your mind? What kind of things are on your mind? Pile number 1. Being supported, knowing that you have the proper spiritual support and people will be there to help you with your choice, with this decision you have to make, with the abundance that you need to create. This is knowing that you're supported and safe. Isn't that wonderful? Feel like you have to sit on the back of other people. It's not a bad card. I'm going to actually read it to you. It's not a bad card. It's a lovely message. Thank you so much, Spirit, for giving us hope. That's what we're here for. Pile number 1. Support bearing the weight of others. 'Tis not enough to help the feeble up, but to support them after. William Shakespeare. While the effort and gesture is a noble one, there are times where we should come out of the shadows and take credit for our contributions. You do not always have to settle for being second fiddle. Be careful not to allow others to take advantage of your generosity. What a beautiful message for you. Now this is where we need to look at the healing aspect of this. Family and tribe. So there's been an issue with your creativity within a family and a tribe situation. Those that you connect with, those that support you. Somehow I feel like you're the tiger who I'm talking to. You're the tiger who's sitting here being calm, being known as the tiger. Exotic, talented, beautiful, the actual star of the show. Look how elegant this tiger is. But there's something fierce in that tiger. Just because these other people have tamed this tiger and they're comfortable around it, doesn't mean that this tiger can't strike out on its own. Or even strike back in order to... I hear strike out, not strike back. And there you got 2 again. So you have 2 and 2. This is 22. You see what I'm saying? 22. And this is the co-creation thing. So you will probably be depending on tribe. You will still be gracious. You have a concern about this. You need to heal that. The romance angels in your case want to say about your love status. You're in a process of calling in your soulmate. And you need to accept your singleness at this time. Your prayers and affirmations and visualizations help bring you together. It's a process, my loves. And I hear in this reading that what we're looking at is someone who's recreating themselves their whole life, choosing a new path, having depended on their family to make something happen, being very creative so that they can get completely aligned with the divine and call this mate will naturally find them. How friggin' beautiful is that? 1 second, I'm going to turn my radio down. I played Pandora, so if you hear anything in the background, it's Pandora. All right. Let's see which archangel has a say in this. This is about relationship harmony indeed. Working with other people, kind of conceding sometimes if you need other people's support. We angels are opening the hearts of everyone involved. Arguments and conflicts are being resolved. Now, I think this is a beautiful healing message. This shows that you are being supported. This shows that you are being seen. This shows that you're on your path. May you continue on your path without interference. Let me see what advice they have in the tarot for you. Also, Thank you so much for being here with me. Thank you so much for the likes, subscribes. Thank you so much for the Patreon members who come and support me monthly so that I can continue bringing what I have. And what I have comes from a deep heart space of compassion and mercy. I do love you. Oh, what was this? The moon, meditation, Pisces, thinking about duality, thinking about how to adjust yourself to your surroundings of creation and your new position that you put yourself in, the creation that you are and the creation that you're becoming, and the support system you have. Maybe feel a little yin-yangy. That's cool. Go with it. These are your dreams. Make them come true. That's what I hear. The Nine of Cups. This is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, and we are talking about Scorpio energy. So whoever you are, my beautifuls, you are being told that you will find an abundance of joy by doing your creation and knowing that you're supported from everywhere. I mean, really, you can't deny this. So may you go forth and prosper, whoever you are and whoever you are that identifies with this. Be blessed. Namaste. Okay, for those of you who stayed for pile number 2, we're going to start looking at that. Oh, magicians. I knew my magicians were going to come out in this reading. Some of you are understanding balance now. This is what you're working on. Maybe balance. Maybe productivity. Maybe actually making something happen. Maybe knowing that that sound created the universe, and the universe reacts to sound, and sound coming out of you is like magic. When you speaking with the highest form of energy, knowing that it creates. I'm a magician archetype, I know. The frequency of magic supports our intrinsic ability to grow and to expand beyond this moment, to move toward possibilities and expressions that are as grand and profound as we can imagine. All that is required is our belief in their manifestation. Magic and belief. Wonderful. So, what is on the mind of this person? Wow. Wow. Putting the puzzle pieces together? I'm going to have to look this one up. I don't know this one fully. Connections, putting the pieces together, making these connections. Yes, yes, yes. Magicians and High Priestess. You are being seen, by the way. Okay, just so you know it. There's many, many of us who are awake, looking for you. We're awake in the spirit, though. We may miss things with our eyes, but I want you to know that the eyes of our soul can see you and feel you. We know you're around doing your wonderful work. This woman sits on a bridge, a physical and metaphysical connecting point between here and there. Her identity is initially concealed, not only to us, but also to herself. She is, in essence, finding her true self. She reaches out to gather pieces of a puzzle, and with each one, finds clues and discovers more about herself. Each of us attempts to make sense of our place as we search for connections and relationships with each other. Gradually, despite failures and experimentation along the way, an image starts to take form. Increasing clarity manifests itself from the initial confusion. The process is self-reinforcing and often becomes easier and accelerates as more pieces are added, each finding their corresponding place. Eventually, a point is reached where everything comes into focus and starts to make sense. And all this magic you're creating, beautiful. You beautiful soul, whoever I'm talking to. Okay, what are we healing in the psychological space? Faith issues. Again. Yeah. Establishing your faith. Let me take a look at that healing card for you, okay? Let me leave it out. Are you still with me? I love you. Let's keep going. There's a message here for you to heal. To generate more faith, focus on the why your dreams, desires, feelings, attitudes, and thinking, and not on the how, action, plan, strategies, or skills. Your whole life, you've been taught to think about the how, which leads to doubt and fear. The wisdom of this card is asking you to only focus on the why. The magic that will happen, what? The magic that will happen if you stop focusing on the how and only the why is that after some point of practice, you will notice that the how will present itself to you. Whoa. Ooh, aren't they beautiful tonight? Aren't they talking tonight? Thank you, guides. I also want to tell you guys at this point in the magic reading that I just recently discovered I have a Native American guide now who's protecting me from with the Gaia energies of my Earth soul too, because I want to leave the planet so much. Not in a bad way, spiritually. Okay, I'm back with you. His name is Joseph, by the way. Okay, they're telling you to retreat. Take some time out. Time to disconnect from the world. To learn how to do your magic. Yeah, to figure out. You need to meditate on this right here. Focus on the why within your soul. Every time you ask yourself why, and you ask your divine guides, why? Watch what happens. Retreat back. That means pull back from asking questions then, and let each piece fall into place, little by little. Feel light as a feather. Feel light like the balloons. There are many bridges for you. You will always be supported. Be careful not to feel like you aren't. And don't stop searching for your own soul and the benefit that you bring to the world, because you're a magician. And you should know this. You are very special and very beloved. All right. So here's one of the things they're suggesting too. Metatron. Look up Metatron. Metatron. You're going to be very surprised at how powerful this message truly is for you. Pile number 2. Call upon me to clear and open your chakras using sacred geometric shapes. This is where your magic lies, beloveds. That is amazing. What a beautiful reading. All right, so let's take a look. I hope I have plenty of time. Okay, here we go. Oh, what came out? Let me look. Oh my God, that's beautiful, beautiful. They gave them to us. First of all, you got the Lovers. This is Gemini. This is the Lovers. This is you learning how to make magic. This is you getting the pieces together and finding out what kind of love you really are, what kind of love you really want, because you have to work on yourself. This is Saturn. Even though this is Centaur, this Sagittarius, there's also the Virgo energy here. And so Saturn is really in Capricorn, and it's really making us really be taskmaster of our own being, of correcting our own soul. So yes, you're going to be working on the way you love. All right? That's pile number 2. Thank you for being here. Namaste. I love you. I hope you're enriched. Okay, pile number 3. Authority. Taking control. Mastering something. The frequency of authority reminds us that true authority is powerful, directed, and realized. Obviously. Yet receptive, wise, and loving. I don't know why this reminds me of Solomon. It said receptive, wise, and loving, and automatically I get Solomon. This is a chakra. This is way, way, way above your body. This is way outside of your body. This is where you have, I don't know what y'all are working on. Let's see what's on your mindset. Waiting for a message? Are you sitting around waiting for a message? Wait. Are you waiting to be told that you have to have authority? No, that can't be. That can't be right. Maybe it is. Maybe some of you have something within you need to say or do, and you're not. Messages, deadlines. Ah, I got it. Messages, deadlines, and anticipation. You see this card? Waiting, waiting, waiting. All my life I've been waiting for my life to begin, as if somehow my life was ahead of me, and that someday I would arrive at it. Quote by Cameron Manheim. This woman's waiting anxiously, but the sleeping dog suggests he's done so for some time. The phone's silent. The bouquet of roses suggests a previous response was received, but from whom? The same sender or someone else? Either way, the anticipated answer finally arrives. But by now, the clock indicates that the hour is past. Just in time or too late. The process of waiting for a response isn't merely one of passing the time patiently. The immediacy or tardiness of the response may also provide some insight beyond the message itself. A deadline imposed may be tied to a condition or an ultimatum. Is there flexibility, or has the opportunity been lost? Take authority, make a decision. That's what they're saying. What's on your soul? Maybe you haven't learned yet. How teachable are you? Maybe you haven't learned yet. Let me take a peek at that card. That is being flexible. It's being flexible and being meek and not being too hard. There's a message here about not being too hard as well. You can take authority over things because you feel like you're running out of time, or things are on deadlines. You could be a boss. You could be a manager. I need you to be sweet. What are some of your favorite things to do? Is it watch TV, go shopping, play golf, drink, gossip with your friends? Are you willing to give those things up in order to create time to learn something new? Are you sick and tired of being sick and tired? What is your willingness to really apply what you learn? You might be learning many new things, but be resistant to change. Every time you begin to think, I already know this, I've heard it before, that doesn't apply to me. Your ability to learn diminishes enormously, and it is at this point you may become virtually unteachable without even realizing it. Unless you apply what you have learned in your life, you won't really know it. This card is beckoning you to not only be open-minded, but to take specific action towards change. Oh my God. Ay, ay, ay. That's powerful. Before time runs out and you don't have any authority over it. Romance angels say, love yourself first. Whatever's best for your soul. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Indeed. There's a power behind this message that need not be diminished, and that is the authority is in the ability to make a decision before time runs out. You know what it is. Have courage to do so. Archangel Ariel, be courageous and stand up for your beliefs. Wowzer. Don't cave. Show me what the message is for this particular pile, number 3, where someone has to learn something new. They have to learn how to take authority over their resistance to change. They have to make this change, because if they don't, they will lose out on an opportunity. They need to love themselves in the form and the way of having this kind of courage to step up and say, you know what, I am willing to learn this. I am humble. I will draw back into my humbleness. I will be meek and teachable. That's what I learned about being meek. Even Jesus was meek. He wasn't weak. Even though he was the master, ascended master, and the Lord, he wasn't weak. He was meek. He was teachable, and he taught us about being teachable. He sat there and drew his finger in the sand while they did some cruel things. Queen of Cups is this is be in your heart space, be empathetic, be kind, be good to yourself, love yourself first, and you'll be able to fill your own cup up, and then you'll be able to fill up other people's cup. And Queen of Swords, and do it very specifically. Be very specific, be very exacting, have all your facts before you speak from your heart. Have all your facts before you speak from your heart. I leave you with this. I thank you for being here. I hope I've blessed you. Bless me back. You can donate to my channel. That would bless me back. There's a link down there. You could also join me on Patreon. That would bless me back and bless you too. And I've got things coming up. I love you. Bye.